What is up, party people? Welcome to another episode of Hog Rider Radio. I'm your gorgeous host, Dylan Branscombe. And over there, three-eyed Raven, Braven Arrington. Very, very opportune. This might be the first time we've used that on a Game of Thrones podcast.
That's actually insane.
So
yeah, I got thinking about that too. As soon as you said it, I was
that's kinda
like,
fun.
wow, that's
And
that's
he has his feet covered, or legs covered. Just like
Oh, yeah. He's actually crippled right now. He
I fell
got
from the tower.
Yes, he
Exactly.
got pushed from the tower. The things we do for love.
Oh, shut up.
And over there, the beard puck champ, Ethan Justice. Got here a little late. That's okay, though.
my bad. I kind of forgot.
He just forgot. Yeah, we moved this podcast because people weren't here, and then we also went over on the Scream podcast a little bit.
Oh god.
We were just yapping. So, but now we're here, and I don't have to read your thoughts.
Yeah.
You can actually say your thoughts.
I was gonna say this is actually the one that I really, really want to talk about. So.
Yeah, Scream. He was like, I can miss that one. and
I
you know
wish
what?
I missed that
Low
one.
key, that movie did suck, but that podcast was really fun.
That podcast was fun. That was fun.
That was the first time we talked about it. I think you saw just us four,
Yeah.
no justices. And that's what I
Well, that's
said.
my whole thing.
Yeah.
I posted when I was posting on Instagram. I was like, "Go watch their fun review."
Because yeah, we actually got to have fun.
Yeah, we actually had to have a great time about it. Like,
Whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, this is Hog Rider Radio. We talk about nerdy stuff all the time, like Scream, like we did yesterday, and today, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the
Yes, sir.
third Game of Thrones show
Yes.
to come out. Besides, I mean, counting the main one as well. This one came out January 18th, 2026. Ended. I don't know when it ended. What, last Sunday? So February 23rd. That's
Yeah.
about right.
Mhm.
February 23rd, it ended. Only 6 episodes, each around 30 to 40 minutes. Not too long.
Mhm.
I saw
Created by Ira Parker, who also worked on House of the Dragon Season 1.
Mhm.
And George R. R. Martin obviously had
Yeah.
input. And based off Tales of Dunk and Egg by George R. R. Martin, the novellas series. And
we'll do
yeah,
it.
starring some people. Peter Claffey as Sir Dunk. And Dexter Soul Ansel is Egg. Also some other people in there.
literally their characters in real life.
Yes, Peter Claffey's amazing. Love that guy. But yeah, HBO, we're back. Game of Thrones. Braven, how do you feel? You're the one that watched this last. Me and Ethan watched this weekly.
Yeah, y'all watched
You're
it
fresher
weekly.
on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fresher on this because I watched it Saturday, as in the last 3 episodes, because I was caught up to the first 3, and then I just
Then you stopped watching as soon as it was like freaking crazy.
I didn't mean to just stop watching it. I got busy, and that was just February. February was busy for me, but yeah, it was very good. 10 out of 10 season actually, because like I like it when they keep seasons stuff like condensed to like a few days.
Yeah.
I like shows when they do that, and instead of like long periods of time. And this took place like a week probably.
Probably, yeah. Somewhere
And-
around there. A fortnight.
Fortnite?
Do I have a show for you?
Which so?
The pit. it
No,
takes
I
place
can't.
Over one day.
It takes place in one day. Yes, that's correct. But I can't watch that because we've already discussed.
Yeah, we've
discussed
already
why I
had that.
can't
Past
watch
couple weeks have been bangers.
But no, the show was really great. I mean, are we going right into spoiler territory or just a little thoughts?
Thoughts first. It did just end.
But
so-
yeah, okay, yeah. So it was good. The only thing I had issues with was I think it was no, wasn't it? The little tease they did in the first episode. But other than that,
No, but that's.
it was fun. It was funny, but I was like, oh, come on now.
Oh, the tease of like
The song?
The song.
Yeah.
That was so good.
I know, but I
Sets
wanted.
the tone of the show immediately.
It says on the show immediately. However, I really wanted to hear the theme. I just went,
Oh, me too. I was like ganging up. I was like, "Oh man, here we go!" And then
Oh, there
I
was
was like, "All right, perfect. I'm glad we're like established." And then it came in at the best time. Aren't you glad we waited?
yeah.
Because good God Almighty, oh my gosh, We'll get to that. But
Yeah.
anyways, Ethan, your thoughts? Spoiler free.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say this earlier, but I saw a lot of people complaining about how short the episodes were. But
Mm.
I don't know. I think they're. I don't know. It's just I think that's a misunderstanding of what the stories were. 'Cause, I mean,
Yeah.
They were super short stories,
You're right.
like a chapter each, I think.
Right.
Anyway, but like, just like Braven said, I also gave it like a 10 out of 10. And I mean, I don't know what I'll rate it today. Yes, I do. But
Changes.
but just I said this in my like what I sent you when I thought we were gonna do it Sunday. Just the chemistry between like I've said, Duncan Egg in real life, like just the chemistry between Claffey and would you say
Soul, Dexter and Soul, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
just the chemistry like on and off screen, just you could tell it was like that relationship from the screen was the same off screen. So
Right.
it's just and it felt like old Game of Thrones again, I guess. That's
Yeah.
all I can really say. It's just I mean, minus the dragons maybe, but first few seasons didn't even
I love, man, we'll get into the Targaryen stuff in this, man.
Mhm.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably the best they've been since probably Daenerys.
Yeah.
And I love House of the Dragon, but
Oh gosh. Makar.
Makar's so good.
Anyway,
All of them.
but no, I was waiting because I technically Dylan says I didn't read it. I listened to
It
it.
was an audiobook.
But I knew whenever
I'm just kidding. My friend also listens to audiobooks. I'm just kidding.
I
When it
knew-
comes to this, and you go, "Oh, I read the books." No, you didn't. You did not read anything.
I listened
you
to somebody else read
Put it
it.
in an AirPod and just walked around. That doesn't take. When you sit down and you open it and you can smell the pages. Oh, that's why I've been trying to do Game of Thrones. I'm on the 4th book and it's a struggle. but
He is technically right though. I do agree because
almost done with Project Hail Mary. I'm like 80 pages away from the end.
Mhm.
Really?
Brother.
You can finish it before it comes out.
I know, brother. I'm telling y'all, this movie is about to be generational. It is
God.
so.
That's why Kanan's so
It
excited for
is
it.
so good. It is if it's paced and like told the same way that
Yeah.
the book is, bro. We're in for a ride.
Mm.
10 out of 10, calling it now. Like this might be one of the
Mm.
best movies I've seen
I hate that I won't be here for that.
for that podcast. We'll move it around. Don't worry, we'll move it around. But yeah, any more thoughts?
What was I
Then I get the yap.
But yeah, just
I'll keep it short.
having heard the story like before watching this,
Right.
I knew this first season was about to cook if they stuck with it, and they did stick by like the book really closely. So
Yeah.
it was just
Yeah, so I love Game of Thrones. I think in the group, now I might be wrong. Did I put y'all on? At least to the show.
You and a coworker at an old job I had did, and I watched it. I watched Game of Thrones in a week.
Yep.
So
I remember that.
that's
I remember
insane.
that. I remember that.
I went.
Game of Thrones is so great, guys. Oh yeah, we'll check it out. Braven done in a week. I was like, that's what I'm saying, dude. This show's now minus. You get to the end and you're
Yeah,
like,
I got to the end and I like really started slowing down. Like season 7 and 8, I'm like I started slowing down. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my god.
yeah.
But no, I remember. I remember. I went to Dylan. I was on texting.
We're
Dylan.
gonna talk about Game of Thrones spoilers too.
Yeah.
probably.
If you haven't seen Game of Thrones yet, you're living on a rock, personally. But
Right.
or it might just not be your thing. But okay, well, why'd you tune into this podcast?
Exactly.
Anyway.
Why are you even here?
but
Still keep watching. Don't click away.
keep watching. But I mean, I watched Game of Thrones, and we get to the pin episode of season 3. I go, why did the music change? Dylan goes,
Everything's gonna be okay.
he goes, Braven, what episode are you on? What episode are you on, Braven?
Mike?
What?
Was I on the mic?
You had you kept texting me that, and I go episode 9. You said get on a freaking mic right now.
'Cause that's something I need to hear.
And you hear the
I was like, oh no,
No, I literally go, why am I hearing Lancer's music?
it's not good. It's not good things.
they took everything. What?
So yeah, as someone who probably kind of kicked off, I mean, now you guys watch. Kanan's reading the books, at least from what I understand, he still is. I've loved Game of Thrones for a long time. Obviously, I have my issues with the end of the show, but
Everybody does.
seasons 1 through 4, I think, are the greatest television has been ever, in my opinion. And House of the Dragon, love season 1. I love season 2. I know people didn't love season 2 as much as season 1. And I know George R. R. Martin and Ryan Condal have their little squabble going on, but I still really love the show for what it is because Fire and Blood, to be honest, as a book, doesn't really give much character. It's just kind of a retelling of things that happened. So Condal's going to kind of have to have some liberty to fill in the blank with some characters. Now, granted, should he work closely with George R. R. Martin in that same respect? Yes, he should, because George R. R. Martin is a genius in how he writes his characters and dialogue and stuff. But
He won't finish the last book.
yeah, still won't do it. I
Everything except that.
don't think he ever will. At this
It's
point.
gonna be one of those things.
He
where
said one of my biggest regrets is not finishing my book. I was like, you still have time.
it's gonna be one of those things where like he dies and it releases after he dies. That way you don't have to hear the backlash of
Yeah,
it.
he's like, oh, thank God.
He's had it the whole time.
Yeah, he's just waiting until he dies, and he's like, push it out, make sure. Yeah. So yeah, this show's coming out. I'm like, great, Game of Thrones is back. I don't even care what it could be about. Some freaking squire from flea bottom that isn't worth much and doesn't do much, but it's just in flea bottom the whole time, and I would eat it up and watch all of it.
Yeah.
And this is great. I mean, obviously we start a little slow with this show, but then it kind of ramps up, and it's slow in a good way. You're establishing characters slow in this Game of Thrones slow.
Yes.
Where it's establishing characters, great dialogue between these characters that set up dynamics, and then we reach a freaking head in episode 4 and 5, which is just some of the best the Game of Thrones has to offer of all time in all the shows. And yeah,
Episode 5 is probably the best episode in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I
series.
100% agree.
That I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, that's.
Love the music
crazy.
too. Dan Rummer did the music, different from Ramin Djawadi, who usually does the music.
They
But
get-
Dan Rummer did his thing. I mean, I have the soundtrack going all the time in my car right now. I just love the slow style of this. Like, it's just kind of like in a week in the life of Dunk and Egg on this adventure together.
That's
I
the
mean,
kind
that's-
of stuff I like.
I was gonna
That's-
say that's all the stories really.
And that's,
I mean,
I
that's
love
really
that
cool.
stuff. And I talked about the Targaryens. I think they are the best.
Ready for season 2 because that second book. Anyway,
Yeah, so like even the drunken Darren, I thought he was really compelling. Makar, we already talked about Makar. Baelor, I mean, Baelor is just one of those characters that all of a sudden just took the world by storm.
the acting on that man.
Yeah, all the Targaryens are just absolutely
Arian's a little
incredible. Arian,
piece of crap.
he is, and he's so good at
He's so
that.
good.
I literally was like, all right, well, I'm going to make this kid eat a curb.
Yeah, because we see it to Targaryens at a point that we haven't really seen him yet. And you know
It's-
what? We're going to go straight into spoilers now.
Right, cool.
Spoilers. We're talking about it. We're talking about the show. We're deep in here. If you have watched this far, you probably have seen the show at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We get to see Targaryens at a point we haven't really seen them before,
Mhm.
which is, sure, Daenerys didn't have dragons, but this is like kind of fresh. These are freshly right after. So a lot of people are like, Targaryens, man, they're not really all that. They don't have the dragons anymore.
It's also freshly after the events of what we'll see in the 3rd season
Yeah.
of
House of the Dragon. So like,
Is House Dragon season 3 the final season?
no, there's four seasons.
Okay.
I think. But yeah, so I mean, we see them at a point that's interesting that we haven't seen them before,
Mhm.
and that gives them a little more time to be fresh and new because you see a lot of Targaryens in Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
So they kind of feel the same sometimes. They're like, all right, they're crazy. They're kind of weird. They're like incest. It's they're just kind of freaky and weird. They like to kill people and they like their dragons. And in this one, you see, Baelor, who's not that.
Yeah.
And is nice and kind, and how Game of Thrones pays people who are nice and kind in their universe, killing them. And we'll get to that episode. But I mean, Makar's another one that's like kind of a jerk, and then has like a thing happen to him that's like super compelling with like he killed his brother, but like didn't mean to, but did he mean to?
That's what I was saying.
And there's like he's like, I didn't mean to kill my brother, and then he heard the whispers, and then he's like, my mace killed him though, and like
acting on that scene was so
so
It's
good.
very
And I'm
good.
glad, and that's the scene where I remember seeing that on Twitter. That's that blurb from the book, and I was like, oh, they better do that right because that is a good blurb. And they did. And yeah, I just freaking loved everything to do with the storytelling. This Duncan's one of my favorite characters in Game of Thrones in 6 episodes. I don't know how the heck they did that, but they sure
I
did.
agree. I
Like-
completely agree.
That's why he's got 4 pages written about him. in
Yeah,
the
4
book.
pages in the. I remember telling my mom that like he like is about to go into battle and stuff, and he has a sick or like I think it's the 5th episode. And he's like getting beat up and keeps getting back up. She's like, "Dang, is he like really good?" And I was like, "Well, Mom, he has 4 pages in the Kingsguard like
Yeah.
book. Like that. This dude's." She's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, we're just getting started with this guy. This guy is crazy."
This guy is actually insane because
Yeah.
like I knew nothing going into this, but then like I had to look it up after. I'm like, how cool is Duncan?
Duncan the
Because
Tall
Duncan
Man.
is.
I was like, how cool is Duncan the Tall? And I just watched like a whole YouTube video on Duncan the Tall, and I was like,
I want to say so much stuff.
oh my
but I can't
god,
because it's gonna ruin so much stuff for y'all.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I only know like the lore stuff we get like in the books because spoiler alert, George R. R. Martin likes to over-explain a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
Over-explain. He just likes to go. He goes on a tangent on his own tangent. Like it's just he gets crazy. But yeah, I mean everything to do with the storytelling of the show is great.
And honestly, even the readers who've read the books don't know where it's going because they have a lot of unreleased stuff too.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, and I know they made a change with Makar in the finale with Makar not knowing Egg was leaving. Apparently, that's something that
Yes.
they changed, and
because
some people are not sure how to feel about that. But I think that makes more sense for Egg in the show.
it also gives if they run back into him, maybe that gives him some character. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm interested. I would think I'm more interested in that than rather if Makar was like, okay, yeah, you can go.
Yeah.
Like I like that Egg just left because that makes sense for Egg just leaves a lot of time. Egg left his brother,
Yeah,
the drunk one, Darren. I forgot what
Darren.
He left his brother. Like he's known to, and he loves Dunk. Like their little relationship is so good, and like and I haven't even talked about Dunk and Arlen. That whole storyline with like learning about how him and they came together, and like losing that girl and
Oh yeah.
Flea Bottom and
Yeah, Flea Bottom. I was
that
like,
flashback.
Rafe.
Incredible.
but I love also that because I was thinking
Yeah, that was complete. Like
I love that when he sees the puppeteer, she reminds him of the girl from Flea Bottom,
Yes.
and when we see her, I'm like, oh, so that's why you're over here connecting to
See, and yeah, apparently that wasn't in the book. The flashback.
no, that was a complete offshoot from the book, but it was good.
It was good.
It
And
was
it was
good.
like watching it, and I was like, man, I'm really loving this. And Arlen stands over him, and he says, get up. And then the freaking shot with that mud leaving the helmet, he gets, I was like, oh my God, this is incredible. This is incredible.
I literally went like that lock in. I was like,
We didn't even talk about, I talked about the Game of Thrones theme earlier.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about that scene yet. Freaking Baylor comes walking in. He's like, I'll fight by his side or whatever. And the Game of Thrones theme started playing. And I stood up out of my seat. I was like, this is just the best ever.
I was gonna say in the book he gets maybe hit like 4 or 5 times.
Dude,
In that he got almost killed.
yeah, he was getting messed up.
Yes.
homie was getting like
But it was
damage from left and
so
right.
good.
He took every blow and
Right.
just like
Oh my gosh.
demon time. I was like,
Also,
oh my gosh.
We talked about this, but Arian's little. I want to say something that I can't say on the podcast. His little piece of crap that he is. He said, "I yield," and then said it too quietly, and then wouldn't even say
Yeah,
it.
he didn't want to say I yield to everyone else. He just
So he
said,
said,
I
I-
rescind my allegations or whatever
Yeah.
is what he said. I love when he just goes like, one thing that is cool, I love in shows or movies whenever someone's about to fight and they start like gearing themselves up, you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? And like Arian gets up to fight him and he goes like that. I was like, oh man, let's freaking go. I'm so in right now. Oh
like
my
he
god.
hypes himself up. I'm
yes. Oh my gosh,
It's
like,
like,
I love that.
That, and there's a line. It was in the book, and I wasn't expecting them to put it into the show. But whenever Dunk is talking or Egg is talking about his brother, and he says he used to sneak into my room and hold a knife between his legs and says, "I'll make you my. I have
Yeah.
enough brothers. I'll make you my sister, so I
Yeah.
can marry you." I was like,
Ugh. This is crazy.
I was
No,
like,
this dude is
I
insane.
said, ugh, yeah, Targaryen. That
I
makes
love-
sense.
I had to explain to my parents before Egg was revealed to be a Targaryen. I accidentally spoiled it for them, I guess, but it was from Game of Thrones. Like they talk about it in the show.
"Yeah,
So whenever they were like, Egg is like walking around, I was like, oh yeah, there was some sort of foreshadowing moment that
Yeah.
Egg was Aegon Targaryen.
oh yeah, it was
and I was like,
it was the
oh yeah, there it is.
the fortune teller."
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, there it is. And Mom was like, what? And I was like, he's a Targaryen. She's like, what? And I was like, it's Egg, member from Game of Thrones, homeboy, and the Sept
Maester?
from- yeah, the Maester from the North Wall, or
Aemon,
whatever.
yeah.
Aemon. Yeah, oh man, love Aemon.
Which, if
And they
I'm-
mention him too.
God, doesn't he mention Egg when he's dying, bro?
Yes,
yeah,
he
he
go-
says,
He goes, they killed Egg's children and all this, like, and I was like,
I had a dream I was old. I was like,
I had a dream I was old. That sucked. That sucked
also,
so bad.
also though, I don't know if I have my facts correct, but I'm pretty sure that was Egg's older brother. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, they talked about him.
Yeah.
They talked about him being like someone that's
But I don't-
at the Sept.
Yeah, so
See, I
there's
don't see
four-
how he's that old. Is
there's-
he like
there's
just
four-
really,
he's
there's-
really old. Yeah.
Okay.
he's really, really, really old.
Yeah.
Like there's four brothers. There's the crazy one that goes off to the free cities, and he, Daenerys and all that crap. And then there's the drunk, then Aemond, and then Egg, right?
That's what I got from that.
Yeah,
I don't know how much the Free Cities is connected to Daenerys.
I don't know how
But-
much as well, but I think isn't that just Mad King?
Better watch where you hold that mic, boy. Hold it up a little bit. A little bit more. There you go.
No, they say it at the end of the.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
They say it at the end of the thing. Makar, he says, maybe sometime in the free cities He sends him to the.
Oh,
free
he
cities.
sends what's his name to the Free Cities?
Arian.
Arian.
Which
Yeah.
isn't that connected to Darius, or am I thinking? Or did they
I don't
send the
know
Mad
if it's
King
connected to
I don't think it's him,
Daenerys.
but it might be one of his
kids?
children. Or
Yeah,
something.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking as well, but I did not know.
The Targaryens are weird. It's okay to be confused with their
Yeah.
family tree.
Yeah.
They have a lot
The
of
family tree is a
yeah. It's a big circle. Yeah,
it's not
everyone's
even a
related.
circle. It's not even a circle. It's a DNA strand just going.
But yeah, I mean they talk about that. Oh, one of the Targaryens is over learning about. He's like, oh, he's weak. He's over there learning about being a sept or a maester or whatever. Like over here, and it's like, oh, that's obviously Aemon that they're talking about.
And then there's the cousin as well.
Yeah.
Which is, he doesn't even have white hair. So
I mean, he's
Yeah.
got white strips, but
Yeah.
it's not.
Dude, he looks cool.
he does.
he does look pretty cool.
Also,
he looks pretty
You see him for like maybe a minute, but when he's talking to Duncan, I was like, that's
Really good scene.
because he's like, be gone with you.
Yeah.
He's not even mad at him. He's just like,
I don't want to talk to you.
please leave.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I mean, yeah. I mean, going back to the episodes. I mean, the finale's great too. I love the shot of Arlen when they're leaving at the end, and Arlen splits off because it's like a very Furious 7 like, but it's like a
when I
see you again. This is for Sir Arlen or something like that at the end. But I love that. Like, it's just like, oh, you.
Why is he AI generated?
Why is it? Yeah. Why does your face look so weird? But yeah, I mean, just
Yeah, he's, like,
everything from
separating.
episode 3 on. Basically, whenever Egg reveals that he's Aegon,
Aegon,
is like perfect.
Sorry, freaked
Perfect
me out.
but that scene, and there was not a single word spoken. But that scene whenever Egg is sneaking into Arian's room with the knife,
Oh, good.
and he
Very good scene.
and Maekar grabs him.
Yeah. 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 See, I thought that was when he was gonna like send him. I thought it was gonna be like he's go. But then I know they talked about like who said something to Dunk about like they all turn out crazy. Like that's just gonna be what happens. Like all the Targaryens. I think that's what Dunk goes back and he's like, hey, can you come with me?
Was that the?
Was that Lionel?
Lionel?
No, Lionel was at the beginning and he was just like,
No, no.
oh,
no.
he had a good scene though where he was like, he talked about
No. It's the brother, the drunk brother. That's what it is.
was it the drunk brother? That makes sense.
Yeah, it was the drunk brother. I remember that.
Lionel was talking about. He was fighting.
You sacrifice nothing.
He was fighting people that weren't even going to attack him.
Yeah.
It's such a.
It's kind of like a. I mean,
You got a point.
And can we talk about the absolute goat of the series, Raymond Fossaway?
oh my god, dude's a goat.
He no armor, knighted 6 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I was like,
and fighting people off.
And then there was a girl that was pregnant for 3 months, and he said, "That's mine." And we're like, "That's not how that works, right?" That's not how that works.
Hey,
But he's happy now, and apparently he's not in anymore. I think that's it.
No,
right?
That's the beauty of these. It's like
Yeah.
Dunk and Egg, and then completely different characters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, it's
and
kind
I-
of free room based,
Mhm.
kind of anime, kind of D&D, where it's just like you jump from point to point, you meet
Yeah.
these characters, and then
Yeah.
bam, you're off, you're on your way. You don't really see them again.
It's
I love that kind of
Or
stuff.
they do that in the what's called
they
the
reference a lot.
Reacher
Okay.
Reacher show and books as well. Like Reacher it's just him and then surrounded by
Is that the
different
Alan
characters.
Richardson?
Yeah,
Big dude.
Yeah.
Big dude.
Yeah.
Very-
Big guy.
very big guy.
Big guy. Very big. Yeah. Batman? Maybe.
No,
Might be.
it might be. You know,
What?
Dunk, very big guy.
Speaking of who? Duncan. Oh yeah, very tall.
He's a very tall guy.
Very tall. They did Duncan the Tall. I mean,
Dun
they
dun
did-
dun 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 dun.
Yeah. Oh man, nasty.
And then I wasn't expecting the end of those last couple episodes. They played like jazz music. I was like,
I know.
was
That-
like,
the end of
whoa.
the finale, it was like a 80s song. or
16
something.
tons or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I
It was so
went,
weird.
No, because I started going that. I went, oh, Brennan, you changed the channel. I went, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't. That's just the end of it. What's going on?
But
You turned off Fallout. What are you doing?
yeah.
You turned on Fallout.
But apparently next season's coming out next year. So
Okay,
we'll be back pretty soon.
That's one cool thing
cool,
about them.
cool. All right.
Shorter episodes is
Yeah.
they can quick
I mean,
Well,
we'll-
in this story
we'll be
so
ba-
much.
We'll be back in the
smaller
summer.
scale.
We'll be back in the summer. For
Oh
Game
yeah,
of
we'll be
Thrones.
back for House of the Dragon for sure.
Tune in for that one.
Yeah, and it'll be us three again.
Mhm.
It'll just be us three. The Game of Thrones people.
Mhm.
Need to get Kanan on these.
Kana tried watching.
God, man.
He tried watching the original one, and those first few seasons, he's just like
The sex scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's
I-
he's a little less comfortable watching that than we. That sounds
I'm
bad.
not.
That
I'm
sounds
not,
really
I'm
bad.
not comfortable watching
But
those.
It's too much for me.
I've watched so many things that I kind of
Well-
unless it's like obviously like supposed to be like kind of a uncomfortable, like you're supposed to be uncomfortable, like a lot of the Game
Well,
of Thrones sex scenes
yeah.
are in my opinion.
It's
Like
like-
you're
Yeah.
supposed to feel
yeah.
like I
Yeah,
don't
bunch
like
bunch
this.
of I ain't gonna lie. A bunch of those I was just kind of went.
The only reason I like, God, now we're getting on the
Skip
Game of Thrones sex scenes and how important, quote unquote, they are to storytelling. But there are some that are important to building out the characters and who they are and what they believe in and all this stuff. I mean, there's a couple with Daenerys and Jason Momoa's character.
I forget Jason Momoa's name in that show.
He's one of the Dothraki or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
I
who
do
he
not remember
is.
his name.
I do not remember his name either.
But there's a
Drago?
couple in the
Drago.
She goes like Drago. So cool. But I mean, there's a couple of those where like it's building up like their sex life is what is like the Kickstarter for him to become more human and less like Dothraki. You know what I mean? Because like do y'all remember this at all?
Yeah.
The way they were having intercourse was
in the first, it was
he's very
graphic.
dominating, very does what he wants, doesn't care what she wants, all this stuff. And then later she opens him up to being more what she wants to do. And then that also opens up. There's storytelling there. That's
I know
really
the storytelling.
good.
There's storytelling there, but I'm gonna be so real. Like the first, like, I feel like with her until she starts taking over like places, I really just kind of.
Oh, it's so good. And then like
No. I tell you when I remember him die. Like majority of what I remember is, them being introduced, him dying, and the fire.
the brother dying too though. The crown.
Oh, I do remember
Crown
that.
for a king.
Crown for a king.
Oh my god.
I do remember that.
In the
Now,
book, that was hype, bro. Oh my god, it was so hype. Oh, it's the same way in the book, literally the same like word for word. Like I went and rewatched. I was like, oh man, it's so good. Oh my gosh. But like, and then there's that, and then there's also the weird one, like the Littlefinger one, where he's like telling them what to do and
But there's
stuff.
there's even still storytelling in that too.
Yeah, like you see kind of Littlefinger. Hopefully, y'all didn't hear Chad just cough. But there's Littlefinger's like, you get to see a little bit more. Littlefinger's like, this guy's
Littlefinger's weird.
just a weirdo,
He's a
and
weirdo, man.
and yeah,
No,
I
the-
think
the-
obviously there are some sex scenes that are like, okay, this is like why are we
the
watching
weirdest
this? But
place in all of the Nine Kingdoms.
yeah, the Nine Kingdoms actually.
Yeah.
That's
An epiphany
crazy.
watching that. I was like,
I mean, yeah.
I
They
didn't-
said that, and I went.
Well, I didn't think Dorne was a part of the Seven Kingdoms.
it is now.
It is now. I
Yeah,
guess.
It is now, and I didn't think about that until they went. I went, oh,
it's on the map.
yeah.
That's the whole dynamic too. Is Egg is so much smarter than Dorne.
Yeah, I love it, dude. I love the scene where Egg's like, oh yeah, Doug's like, they used to call me stupid.
No, that's been one of my like verbal stems. I've been dunk the lunk, thick as a castle wall from the book.
And they're like, he's like, they always called me stupid.
Yeah.
And then and Egg's like,
And
and he's like, what? And he's like, aren't you trying to? You're supposed to help me. He's like, what does he say? He's like,
I'm not. He said, I'm not a scholar or something. Like,
that's something you figure out. Like, that whole and like there's the meme of Egg going like this. He's just like, what the heck? It's so funny.
Also, just some of Egg's what he says is so funny to me. He's like,
eggs dripped out that entire freaking
oh
show.
my gosh,
like,
that last
Got that little hat on, bro. Oh my god,
brother, stop stunting on him.
he is.
But like when he's like bugging my side up. I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Oh my
But-
gosh, there was one more thing that made me
Oh.
laugh. Oh my gosh, when Lionel went up to Dunk, he's like, "Will you heed my call to war?" And it's like a war game. I love that so much. Oh my gosh, Lionel was an MVP too. Apparently, he's not in the book a lot, but this show they kind of like boosted him a little
Yeah,
bit
he-
more.
didn't have
what's
as
his
many
last
scenes.
name? My name. I can.
Baratheon.
Baratheon. Yeah. So
He's-
Baratheons all the same. Watching him, like, oh, you all the same.
Yeah.
Man, I'll say this right now: if we get Robert's Rebellion show,
Ooh.
I will start knocking over things.
If I get to see him cave that man's head in with his hammer,
Gosh, his armor's so cool, bro. Oh my god, it's just insane. But
if I ever have to wear armor, I'm getting
yeah.
like-
But I mean, we all love this show, don't we?
Mhm.
Love
Yeah.
everything about it.
Yep.
So I guess we can get to scores now because we have been talking for a little bit. I
We've been
guess.
talking for a little bit about it, yeah.
Ethan, out of 10, what you giving it?
I didn't know I mean, I knew it was good going into it, but this 10 out of 10. I can't give it any less. Like, was it a absolutely perfect season? No, but was I hyped the entire time? Yeah. So it's like I can't be any less than 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I mean, I said it earlier, and I stand by it. I'm the freshest on it, and I'll stand by it. That those last 2 episodes especially,
Yeah.
like, are 10 out of 10s. Like 5, I can't get over 5. I really can't. It's beyond me.
Get
Almost-
up, Sir Duncan.
I don't say this
Also, what's his name? Arian. Am I right, Arian?
Oh, the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also want to say this. Even though his armor, even though he's
Like
bad,
this.
his
He puts it down like
his
this, bro. Oh my god.
even though he's bad, that armor is the sickest armor in all of Game of Thrones.
might
Yeah,
be
it's so
just as
good.
cool as the Baratheon.
As
armor.
Robert's armor in which y'all haven't seen like in live action, but there's concept art and
There
stuff
is-
like
Oh,
that.
okay. Is it really good?
Hold on, I'll look it up. You keep talking.
Okay, but yeah, like it's to that point where I'm like, okay, let's be honest, that is some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen.
I was gonna say I don't say this very often.
Holy God!
Wait, let's show the.
I'll put it in there. It's being weird. Okay, there we go. So like, there's like concept art.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's sick, bro. It's so
Imagine
sick.
seeing that in battle.
Yeah, and he has he has a hammer, bro.
Listen, I gotta know. I
got a
gotta know
hammer
what my
that's like-
boy Eddard was wearing in that battle because he got way wearing some kind of wolf mask and everything. It's too. I got.
The wolf and the stat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
And real quick, I thought we were gonna get some full out like Winterfell like music. When
Not like the beginning of House of the Dragon season 2.
no.
Brother.
I thought
from the first 0.5 seconds, I was like, Winterfell. I was like, oh my god, we're back in Winterfell. Oh my god. But
I was just gonna say, and I don't say this often. That is like pretty near to a season.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought when they were like when he was asking for people to help, I thought the dude in the fur coat was like a freaking like a Stark, and that boy and that boy was Eddard, and I was like,
they're down really far for
That's the
attorney.
nerd
yeah.
over here. That's the brood of Bracken.
Oh, there you go.
yeah, no. When they said that, I was like, oh, so that's not Eddard. Okay.
Bracken.
I was like, okay, or anybody from that's not Stark. But man, I was like really hoping for a Stark to show up and like Winterfell music hit. And I was like, that'd be so cool. But I was like,
To be fair, the Starks kind of just stay up in the north. And
They really do.
Yeah,
They don't mess
really-
with.
They
Well,
don't mess with anybody.
apparently, I read this somewhere. I think it's by Eddard, maybe I don't remember, but one of the Starks say
I got us
they
off
don't-
track.
like the tourneys are more of like an end-all thing, and they're like
An
first
Andal,
men.
yeah.
And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
and one of them said the coldest line I think I've ever heard. He's like, "When I fight somebody in battle, I don't want them to know how good I am." I was like,
Eddard
Ooh.
was very much against tourneys and stuff like that.
mhm.
That's
I was
They
like,
wanted him to. They
Mhm.
wanted there to be a tourney for him becoming Hand of the King, and he was like, no, like, and they wanted him to participate. And he was like, no, I'm not. I don't want people to know how good I am.
and
Yeah.
he was
But
Yeah.
no, I will say that
They had to stab him in the leg. Messed up. Then Jamie killed the guy that did it. I think he did, or he slapped him. I don't know. I can't remember.
I can't remember. But no, it was 10 out of 10 show. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd have to disagree with you on this being perfect, Ethan. On this not being perfect, because it is.
well. I mean,
And I know
just,
it's a 10 out of 10. I'm not. This is not a dig on you. This is not. I'm just saying. This is a 10 out of 10. This is a perfect season. Everything
yeah.
they tried to do, they did perfectly.
it fleshed out.
It's fleshed out characters, setting that feels lived in, and I was immersed into. Great cinematography, great score,
Yep.
great acting, all the things you need to hit for a Game of Thrones show.
Mhm.
They hit on the money every time.
Great
And
music.
that's what I say near perfect because I was like, I bet you if you look, there is something. If you really nitpick it apart, there is something that could have been better. But
Yeah, but
for
why
me-
would you want to nitpick it?
I don't.
There are people
That's
that
what
do that.
for me.
I know.
So
For
lame.
me,
Lame. It's like people. I was about to start something. I don't think I'm going to.
You know,
I was like, it's like people that
Last Jedi?
watch Last Jedi and they watch that throne room scene and they say, watch that guy over there. That guy over there doesn't move while she's swinging a lightsaber. Yeah, if you slow it down to 0.5 times speed and you can do that in any fight. You can watch the Darth Maul Qui-Gon Obi-Wan fight. Freaking Qui-Gon waits there for 5 seconds waiting for Obi-Wan to do his move.
Are you for real right now? I agree with you on the Darth Maul fight. What are we starting here?
People
Guys,
people do that. People do that.
I know, but like I'm over here like I agree with you.
I've seen videos of people being like, this is why the throne room scene doesn't work. I'm like, okay.
you can also
It's Star Wars. Let's get over it.
talk about the battle in Dunk and Egg. Let's go back to.
Well, I'm just saying my point. This is a podcast, all right? We
just
can talk about
podcast.
whatever we
We're
want.
about to start a fight.
But no. I'm just gonna say it's like people.
Y'all about to watch a tourney between me and Dylan.
They say there's an analysis. They're like, oh yeah, this is why throne room scene doesn't work in Last Jedi. I'm like, all right, let me watch this. And they go, watch this, and it's super slow. And they're like, you see that guard over there? He's not doing anything. Well, Ray has his back turned to him.
It's like that
Are we
scene-
serious right now? When you watched this the first time on the screen, you weren't like, that guy's not moving. That guy's not moving. You were sitting there and you were eating it up. That guy went, pfft. Kylo Ren did with the lightsaber in the back. Everyone was like, that was the sickest thing I've ever seen in my life. But then they get home and they're like, oh, watch it 0.5 times speed. Oh my gosh, this movie sucks.
It's like the scene from Incredibles. They're like, see?
Yeah.
What am I looking
What am I
at?
looking at? Exactly. Anyways, movie. This season's perfect. It's absolutely perfect
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Absolutely.
10 out of 10. Can't wait for season 2. Just another great season of television introduced by Game of Thrones. Just great stuff.
Alrighty.
It's also just I've seen it everywhere. People are pairing it a lot with Superman, like Dunk and Superman. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
Very
Sure.
similar, but it's like the scene where he's like, "Are there no true knights?"
Oh
among
my
you?"
gosh,
I was like,
so
"Mm."
good.
Very good scene.
Mm.
Very good scene.
What does he say about courage? Oh my gosh.
He's
I
like,
don't know.
"His courage left the noble houses of Westeros."
I was like, oh, this freaking guy rocks. Oh my gosh. He's everything that, because I love, one last thing. Everything that he's like, he wasn't knighted. He wasn't. But he
Still hasn't been.
is a better knight than everyone else that's there.
Yep.
And that's the
And
whole
that's-
point of the story.
That's also not in the books, but I love that.
I just
love that.
what, that he's not knighted?
Nope.
Oh, so
they
he
never
was.
they never said that in the books.
Well, yeah, I guess they do say it here because he's like, oh, like, I don't know, he never knighted me or whatever. I can't do it. His accent is sick.
His accent.
Dude, his accent's so cool.
His accent is very, very hard to match.
Yes,
That
is so
it's
good. It's very
so-
unique, and I like that.
Yeah, I was about to say unique. Yeah.
It's kind of hard to like, where would he be from? You know,
Mhm.
like what kingdom? But all right, we all gave it a 10 out of 10. That's perfect stuff right there.
Yep.
And it's also very,
Very rare.
rare that we all do the same.
Yeah, very rare. I think we did that like for Astrobot, maybe a couple other things, but
Baldur's Gate.
we did do a Baldur's Gate review. We
I
did.
think we
A long time ago.
Long time ago. But yeah, that's our thoughts. We have our marathon podcast coming up next. Resident Evil Requiem comes out, or our review will be out next week.
gotta finish
Besides
it
that, we have Crimson Desert this month. We have
Project Hail Mary, or is that next
Project Hail
month?
Mary is this
Project
month.
Hail Mary is this month.
And yeah, that should be everything. Free Run ends this month as well. We would do a review then.
JJK
I
does not
am-
end this month. It is next month.
I
Yeah.
am ready for that review because this has been a good.
Good season. But yeah, stay in tune. Stay tuned. Not stay
Yeah.
in tuned. Stay tuned for those. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. We love you guys, but you have to say it back. Thank you guys for subscribing. We got 35 now. Really cool.
dun.
What?